My name is Rina Lopez-Bautista. I am 52 years old and a mother of two, 25-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. I am the head of the Knowledge Channel Foundation, a nonprofit organization in the Philippines I founded in 1999. The past 13 years has been an unfolding journey that has surprised and continues to surprise me. Growing up, I studied in one of the more elite, private, all-girls school in the Philippines. Being run by nuns, we were exposed to poverty and mission work. Like many of my classmates, I grew up wanting to help others, but did not really know how to do so. Like many of my classmates, I also took my education for granted, and I was an average student. And so, when as a senior high school student, I took the National Collegiate Entrance Exam, and I got a 99 percentile. I was surprised. I asked myself, how could I, an average student, get a higher score than 99% of the examinees? And it was only much, much later, after a few years of working at Knowledge Channel, that I realized the significance of that score. I realized I was among the more fortunate to have a better education, better nutrition, better sleep, a better everything. And all of this contributed to that 99 percentile score. Little by little, I realized, although I thought of myself as ordinary, average, and with no special talents, there was much I could do to share with others. And my two children have contributed much to why I do what I do. My hope is that the Philippines and the world of their future will be more peaceful, more just, and filled with a more educated populace. My work experience in our cable company gave me an idea of what business resources were available to help others. My work with a home shopping channel made me solidify my desire to help others. I needed more reason to get up in the morning. And so in 1999, after much brainstorming and self-doubts, I set up the Knowledge Channel Foundation as a nonprofit organization. We created an educational TV channel that would supplement the learning in public schools, especially in areas where there is a lack of teachers, a lack of learning materials, and a lack of hope. Our mission is to empower Filipinos through education and help build a better world. With the work that we do, we hope to help learners be globally competitive with empathy, integrity, and confidence. We help learners such that they will be able to lift themselves, their families, and their communities out of intergenerational poverty. When we started the Knowledge Channel, it was primarily to support students in formal public schools through TV. Today, we support the learners and the teachers in the formal and alternative learning systems on TV, online, and on demand. Just to give you an idea of our journey, we started with being in 300 public schools with 800,000 students. Today, we are in at least 2,500 schools and reaching 3 million students a year. Just an illustration of what we do to reinvigorate education in public schools. We work with a K-12 system and support them on air and online. We work with the alternative learning system as well, providing content and gadgets for the mobile teachers to reach the learners wherever they may be. We also provide teacher training workshops and teacher training for effectiveness on air, online, and on demand. We also work to provide content to the daycare systems around the country. 13 years later, we have seen that regular use of the Knowledge Channel increases educational outcomes. We have seen an increase of 2 to 3% in National Achievement Test scores, in enrollment and completion rates, and a decrease in dropout rates. We have also seen a more equal learning field and a fostering of interaction with parents and other community members. But how do we do all of that? We don't do it alone. We work with others. We collaborate to achieve our vision. As we produce content, and as we provide this to schools and to mobile teachers all over the country. I would like to share a story with you. This is Hilmarie. We met her when she was grade 5. She walked to school an hour a day with her siblings. Many times, she would miss lessons because of her walk to school or her chores. One day, she took a test which she could answer because she had watched the programs on Knowledge Channel. She said she wanted to be a lawyer. We asked her why, and she said so that she could protect the rights of her family and her community. This is Hilmarie today, a law student. This is what we believe we can do: empower learners like Hilmarie. I'd like to share with you what I know today to be true because of the work that we have been doing over the years. When we provide education, we know that we empower, just as we empowered Hilmarie. When we bring education to conflict areas, we build peace. In many areas where we install the Knowledge Channel, the parents and the teachers, they tell me, thank you. I tell them I just bring a TV, a satellite. They tell me, no ma'am, what you bring to us is love, and what you bring to us is hope. Thank you. Well, I just like to say thank you again to all of you for being here, and if there are any questions, and entertain some questions. Yes, sir.
My name is Deng Yai. I come from South Sudan. I'm the Undersecretary of the Ministry of General Education. We are thinking of developing learning resources that can be passed to the learners via the media. What was the biggest challenge you had to overcome?
Well, for one, 13 years ago, it was a mindset. Many times when we ask teachers and parents to watch the Knowledge Channel, it was a mindset that said children should just watch TV only during weekends or after school. But we say, no, this is educational already. No? So, but today, because children are very used to just watching well, TV and the computers, they're a lot more open to it. No? So it's not too much of a challenge anymore, I think. No? I guess the infrastructure that you would have to put into the schools, whether it's the TV, broadband, or the computers, no? And electricity. No? But these are the things that we try to work around. We worked with whatever we had with the cable TV companies. We partnered with more than 100 cable TV companies around the country. And where there was no cable, we installed a satellite dish so that the schools could receive the channel. And where there was no satellite or electricity, we partnered with organizations to install renewable energy like solar panels. No? But really trying as much as we could to work with whatever infrastructure there was in the areas. No? So while the mobile teachers that go into the mountains or the islands or wherever do not have a fixed learning space, we provide them with the netbooks, no? With the preloaded content. So it's really trying to work with whatever we can. And I guess because this is also a private our organization. It was also the funding. We started with the resources that we had. We leveraged it and harnessed, and it was looking for whatever funding we could to be able to provide content, continuously update it, and to connect the schools and the learning spaces, where we could. But we'd be very honored to help you out with that as well.
My name is Fasri Jalal from Indonesia.
Yes.
How do you time the program to be responsive to the school time? Because you have a different time zone and different level of education.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. What we did was we went to the Department of Education, because it follows the Department of Education curriculum. We asked them what's the budget of work, the scheduling and all of that, and they gave it to us. And so we programmed the channel in that way, but we later realized that many of the schools would have really a different schedule. So what we did was we would replay each of the shows 2 to 3 times or even 4 times a week on different days and on different time slots. Because sometimes we would have even 2 or 3 shifts in a school, no? And sometimes about 30 or 40 sections in a year level. So today what we're doing is, aside from replaying these shows on different time slots, we're trying to really connect all the classrooms, no, in a school, so that they can watch it anytime they want. And now we've developed also a way for them to watch it at any time. So aside from having it live and online, we provide them with like a netbook with a preloaded content, so that they can watch it anytime, on demand.
Good afternoon. My name is Laurent Pellegrin. I'm leading a small company for doing exactly the same, but using a push vote technology. So it's on-demand education for all the rural areas, because you don't need to be connected to internet, so you don't need to download. But you will broadcast through the satellite into the set-top boxes. Then you have your on-demand education with a user interface. So it's a mix between the on-demand but without connection. So I think it's a solution also for you and to complete your extraordinary job.
Thank you. And congratulations to you too. Maybe we can talk later.
I'm Angela Little from the University of London.
Hello,
I wonder
Angela.
if you could just tell us a little bit more about the funding of the program. From what I've heard, you say that you've raised funds from various sources that help you to develop the material. But do you have some sort of financial contract with the Ministry of Education, or can you just tell us what your funding model looks like? Because it's very exciting.
Thank you. We're actually developing the model now. We started. It's continuously evolving. We started off really just trying to say. Telling our cable companies, can you just please connect the schools, no? And then for the schools, because we didn't really want it to be a dole-out, we asked the schools, please provide the TV sets and everything else. We'll look for funding for the teacher training workshops and all of that, no? But it didn't work that way. We realized that we would have to really come up with a whole package, that included the infrastructure, the TV set, the training, the channel guides, and monitoring and evaluation as well. No, and we go to sponsors, to donors, whether it's private or public, organizations or individuals, families, for them to help us with content and to connect the schools. But we're coming up, we hope to come up with a more, I guess, robust business model, wherein together with the Department of Education, no, because this is really for them, no, as a beneficiary, to come up with a campaign for us to really work together with them and with other stakeholders around the country and internationally, no, to be able to accomplish our vision. Basically, that's how we go about doing that. Yeah.
I'm Antoinette from Stellenbosch University in South Africa, and I'm also heading up a broadcast studio similar to yours. And we use it at the university primarily for postgraduate students, but we also have programs running in schools to provide learners and teachers like your program. I was just wondering about the interaction during the broadcast. Are the learners and teachers able to ask questions? Because what we found in South Africa, we're using cell phone and web-based technology to actually create that interaction where they can actually ask questions and get direct comments and feedback from the presenters.
Yes. What we do is when we train the teachers, we actually used to train just 2 or 3 of the teachers in a school. No? But again, another learning was that we needed to train many more teachers for them to really use it and use it properly. And so when we train the teachers, we train them to do pre-viewing activities and post-viewing activities so that the learning becomes really deeper. But it's also using online, if that is available, really for a deeper understanding. But is that mindset of Hilton that you're talking about? Do you work with mindset? No. Another one. I see. Okay. Thank you very much for being here with me.